Welcome to 2020 and to Caching in the Northwest. You know, this is the official podcast of GeoWoodstock 18 in the Great Pacific Northwest. Each week, we're going to talk about caches and cachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're still sweeping up confetti, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
That's right. I'm Wits End, and this is 2020. And of course, that means it's time to bring in our weekly monkey. Some say he smells like the color blue. Others say he gets worked up more than he works out. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Good evening. How you doing, guys?
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'd say long time no see, but I wasn't on the podcast last week, but I did see you guys.
It was a rare in-person visit from the monkey.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
Came down,
rare actual sighting of the monkey
yeah,
had a
in
little
its natural
visit,
habitat.
had little baked goods delivery.
that was awesome. It still is. I started my weekend last weekend in one of the best ways possible, caching with the monkeys on a Friday night. It was fun. I dragged them around to some of my favoriteest caches.
Yeah, and most of them were there.
Most of them were.
Oh, yes.
Oh, too funny. Too funny. All right. Well, and hello to all of our live listeners. We got an active audience already, you guys. Hi. Hope you're all having a great night. We've got lots of stuff to talk about. We're really looking forward to hearing listeners about your goals and plans. We'll share some of the stuff that's already been shared on social medias.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll talk about some of our own plans and conspiries that we're going to get into this year. But before we get into any and all of that, I want to throw out a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of our patrons who help to keep this podcast coming each and every week. And a special thanks to Landsharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Don't forget, you can still get a free holiday trackable tag for every $25 spent at landsharks.ca. See their website for the details.
The deets, as we like to say.
Or the deets, as Chris in the Northwest likes to say. And hey, if you want to know more about supporting the show, click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
Oh,
The end.
The end.
The end.
Period. Good night, all.
No,
My-
we got to talk about goals.
My
Yeah.
New Year's resolution is to make the podcast shorter. Good night.
I was gonna say, remember, if you have a comment or question, put it in the chat with hashtag goal.
And we're going to do that every time we
That was
say
very
it.
short.
Dormore just put something in there with the hashtag
There you
go.
Very-
We're not going to read it now, but
It's very, very Kermit of you.
Yeah, Chris has crossed the line from British soccer commentary to Kermit the Frog. It's pretty interesting.
It's a fine,
this
fine
is
line.
Kermit the Frog.
Goal. All right.
What would the
very
Muppets
exciting.
do at a soccer match?
At a footy game? I don't know.
A footy game?
They would,
Oh,
they would have a very difficult time since most of them don't have feet.
That's right.
Right. But they can watch. Well, look, he has the ball now.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
Why
know what?
do I always come here?
Yeah.
Guess I'll never know. All right. But now it's time for you to
Let's go
play
back to being weird.
Glow.
Let's go back to being weird in a different way.
Yeah.
It's time for the glow. It's the geocaching log of the week. And folks, did you know we have a new glow for 2020? Yes, you could earn a brand new glow badge for 2020. Made by our very special graphics department. There's one person in our graphics department.
Well, half a person.
Oh, and so our graphics department found out that there's an official color for 2020, and it's a form of blue. I don't know what the official blue is, but it's a blue. So we have a blue glow. But what we want you to do is send us your glows because we need more glows. Whether you wrote it, whether you read it, we don't care. We just want to hear about it. because great logs simply make geocaching better. Send an email or a field recording, and people don't know what those are, but it's a field recording, to feedback@cachingnw.com. Call into 253-693-TFTC or use the voicemail tool on the website and show us how you glow. Now, this week we have somebody who's showing us how they glow. We have a call in. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Good day, gentlemen. This is Limax. I am here with Devil Bear. It is January 1st, 2020. We were out getting our souvenir for the day, and after so doing, we had to get Devil Bear to a certain milestone. We had to get here to cache 101. That's right, she has reached cache number 101, which, of course, as you know, is the first 3-digit prime. It is also the first 3-digit palindromic prime, and one that you keep on hearing from me ad nauseum. Also, as a result of this, I have only 25 times as many caches as she's got, but she's working on it. Bye.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Wonderful. 101 is, binary high five.
I'd like to also point out that was a field recording for those who don't know.
Yes,
That was called into 253-693-TFTC.
that'll work.
But he recorded it while he was out geocaching.
Well, that's true. What I'm thinking is, though, you use your phone when you're out.
Okay, but regardless of how you record
How
it,
you do it?
where you record it, while out in the field, while out geocaching, that's a field recording.
That's true. And didn't that come through nicely?
It did. So thank you very much, Limax. Congratulations
Yes,
to Piffle Bear.
Piffle Bear.
And did you need to know some more things about 2020?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
What is it you wanted to share?
Oh, nothing now.
Perfect.
Let's see.
So that's how I do
Mac,
that. Okay.
To get the year 2020 off to a great start, here are some facts for you. The ultimate countdown to 2020 is as follows: 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 plus 8 plus 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 3 plus 2 times 1 equals 2020.
It's not exactly what's written down in front of me, but, go for it.
Wait, what?
The audio may not match the show notes exactly, but it's close enough. And then he's highlighting it now. He's like, damn it, I know I said this right.
There.
I don't think you did.
No.
But check the show notes
It's
anyway.
going to take a while.
I'm going to hold on. We're going to do this again.
Yeah, for extra credit, tell us what number Chris actually read out.
3. Did you know 2020 is a product of 4 primes, 3 of which are unique? 2 times 2 times 2 times
Keep going.
5 times 101.
Yeah.
Wits End, you read these.
Is it math or cold reading that's not Chris's specialty? I'm not sure which one.
I'm going to take the 5th on that one. So the 3 of the 4 primes that make the product 2020 is the product of those 4 primes. 2 times 2 times 5 times 101. And note that the first prime and the first 3-digit palindromic prime are both in this factorization. The divisors of 2020 add up to 2264, which makes 2020 an abundant number and not perfect.
So 2020 will be abundant, but not
really.
No.
At least for a year.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect numbers are more like 3, the number of podcast hosts on a Thursday night.
Oh,
9, the time of a podcast on a Thursday night. Oh, wait, never mind. It's getting too creepy, too gushy, or whatever. The square root of 2020 is almost 45, kind of like my IQ, and the cube root of 2020 is a bit more than 12.5. It would take you about 33 minutes to count from 1 to 2020, unless, of course, you counted by 60.
West.
It would take some people longer.
it would take me longer.
And 2020 is a harsh head number. The number is divisible by the sum of its digits. That is, 2020 divided by 4 is 505.
There you go.
That's very interesting.
Thank you for all the math facts. Limax, we can always depend on you for a plethora of math facts. And it's
Did
just
you know that the nerd factor tonight is high?
Always.
Thank you, Christy.
Yes, of course we did. Oh, hey,
Okay, I could read that, but can you pronounce the name of the feedback person?
we have feedback on YouTube from Heather, which says,
Well played.
see, I can read Heather.
Uh-huh.
Abu Sanina.
Sure.
That's probably pretty close. I don't know.
Abu Snaina. I don't know.
She says, GeoWoodstock registration opens on my 50th birthday. We're hoping to attend.
Well, happy birthday tomorrow, Heather.
Yes.
What was that again? I don't remember.
What, GeoWoodstock? You don't
Yeah.
know what that is? It's this little party we're having in Canada, and everyone's invited.
Because Canadians are polite that way,
Yeah.
and they'll invite everybody. They don't have any restrictions on their contests.
Is that true?
Mm,
Ah,
let's just, for the sake of argument, say yes.
Well, actually,
So I'll be correct.
so I got to throw this in here now that you brought that up. Well, first of all, Rory's comment, the goal is to get through the first podcast of 2020 without laughing too hard. Yeah,
so, Rory, don't drink milk right now.
No. Although your
that would be
sinuses could be
unfortunate.
well rinsed.
Yep. And Chris, Mr. Landsharks, just put in the chat something I was about to say. You're saying that we everybody's invited to play Canadian contests. That's true, but not everybody can win because in order to win a contest in Canada, you have to answer a skill testing question by law. That is actually how it works. And so, and they're usually math questions, Chris.
Like, what are the ultimate countdown to 2020
Yeah, like you got to add a bunch of numbers together.
in order of operations?
And you can't add extra numbers in as you go. You gotta use the ones that are there.
10 times
Yeah, and
9
you just won't be
eight.
correct.
Plus 7 plus 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 plus 2 times 1.
Okay, so you had to prove you could still do it.
See?
There you go. Good job. Well done.
Well
All
done.
right. Well, good job. All right. News. Hey, we've got GeoWoodstock news. If you haven't heard, as Heather already shared, tomorrow is registration for GeoWoodstock 18. It officially opens at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you, Kermit.
Wait, it turned into sand people. Sorry.
Officially opens at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, January 3rd. Check social media, check geowoodstock.com. That's where it's going to open. That's where all the info is going to be. And remember, there is a special early bird bonus. There is a free exclusive limited edition GeoCoin for those who sign up for the VIP, VIP plus one, and VIP diamond level registrations in the first 30 days of registration. Other key thing to remember, all the registration costs are presented and charged in Canadian dollars. So there you go.
Canadian dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're so pretty.
Yes, they're colorful.
They are. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions about the registration as we go through the podcast, feel free to ask your questions and we'll answer them as we go. There is already actually an FAQ on the geowoodstock.com site. So you can go there and I've pre-populated a few questions and answers in there already. So that might help sort some things out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But if you've ever bought anything online before in your life, it'll be pretty straightforward what to do tomorrow morning at 9.
You know, the Canadian dollars are kind of loony.
They are.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I've purchased concert tickets in my life. That involved going down to the record store and standing in line waiting for the store to open. Is that how this is done?
No, that is not how this is done.
Does that mean I'm old?
Yes.
Was that the last time you stood in line and bought something?
It was probably the last time that I stood in line for concert tickets. Because now that when I go to concerts, I'm usually working them.
So you go early and they just let you in.
They have to pay me to be there.
Yeah.
And they do.
I've been to some of these concerts. They would have to pay me to be there too.
Yeah.
And they have. So,
Good
but yeah,
question.
some of the The concerts are terrible.
That was terrible. It's just terrible.
All right. Well, speaking of just terrible,
Hmm.
and things that aren't just terrible, and things that you don't have to wait in line for anymore, why don't we talk about our listeners' goals for 2020?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to start off to say that my top goal for 2020 is to get Wits End out for more geocaching fun.
Aw,
He's not getting out enough, and we need to get
I'm
him out there.
touched.
You will
One of
be.
my goals, yes, well, and maybe I don't want to be. But speaking of being touched, I also want to comment that I did like Limex's comment when he said, yeah, 6 is actually the first perfect number, but I'm okay going with 3. Wow, that was very nice.
There you go.
So, well, thank you for that with Land Monkey there. I'm looking forward to getting out. And though I haven't really advertised it big towards the end of 2019, I did change jobs. So now I'm hoping that with my new employment, I will have more time to cache.
There you go.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Officially 2019, even though I didn't cache as much as I wanted to, or as much as my goal was set a year ago. According to my statistics page, I found more caches during 2019 than any year prior. So it was on some level of measurement my best caching year ever.
You got out there at some point.
I did get out some points.
We
yeah.
have no idea when you did it, but
Well,
apparently you did.
You do have some idea because Friday night was with you guys.
That's true. There
So-
was that.
Yeah, at least once.
At least once, for sure. And that was a lot of fun. It was great going out. So we had Mrs. Monkey and I had dinner with Wits End in Tacoma, and then we went out for a little walk in the evening along the waterfront and found a bunch of geocaches, a couple of really good ones.
There's some fun ones down there, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely highly recommend walking the downtown Tacoma waterfront and finding the geocaches there. There's some really good caches there.
Yes, there are. Everybody should do it.
Everybody should, at least once in their life. All right, we have had lots of goal comments to get to, and I see that our chat lackey is hard at work and putting them into the chat for us. So don't worry if you've thrown something into the chat there. It's definitely going to be coming up at some point in the show. But I'm going to start with some of the stuff that came in from social media. We had Christy, who's watching the show from Geo Travelers, and she said her 2020 caching goals include working towards filling her fizzy grid, logging the original stash cache and the oldest cache in BC, and maybe attending a few large events of some sort during the summer.
I know of a couple.
Yeah,
I've heard of
we can help her find a couple. I'm sure.
You know, we should talk about what a fizzy grid is. I'm sure we all know.
It's fizzy, very fizzy.
The fizzy lifting drinks.
There you go. Fizzy grids. So that is the 81 spots of terrain and difficulty combinations.
There we go.
That's 9 squared.
Oh, what else do we know about that? I have to look mine up. I was on Project GC earlier. Now, I only have 64 of the 81.
That's a perfect square. That's a perfect square of the perfect square.
I'm a square.
You got
it's to be square.
You got some work to do. Is that a goal for you, Chris, to try and get
I don't know, maybe. I did actually use Project GC and say, go find me all the ones that, I need. And I can find, I think, everything here in Washington State. So,
fizzy grid, you can definitely fill your fizzy grid and probably even get a loop or two of it filled in the Northwest. But I'm going to say it's a lot harder to do your fizzy grid in the Northwest than it is in compared to some other places in North America. And I'm just going to leave that comment there. Just say that it's a fact.
Limax says he just saw Fizzy Magic at the beginning of December. We were both at a Sing It Yourself Messiah.
Awesome. That's cool. I didn't know if Fizzy Magic was still caching. That's cool.
And per Huey Lewis, it's hip to be square.
Yeah.
And so if people don't know who Fizzy Magic is, that the Fizzy Grid is called the Fizzy Grid because the first challenge for completing it was put out either by or for
for Fizzy Magic.
the Cache or Fizzy Magic. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
So I happen to be on project-gc.com. I'm going to throw that in there.
Okay.
And, looking down, they have all these different, charts and graphs, and the finds by hidden date. I'm at 365 of 366.
Is there a particular day of the year that's missing?
February 8th.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 29th. Okay.
No, February 8th. So I'll have to go out on, I can go out anytime and get this. This is when it was hidden and be able to do that.
Okay.
Better start planning now.
No, it's 14 miles away.
Better start planning now.
So I can go get it anytime. It's the hidden by date.
Chris, just start planning now.
Okay, I'll go. Excuse me. 3Ham says, I filled my Fizzy 6 times in the Pacific Northwest. I hear 50 times is possible in Ontario.
Well done.
What?
There you go. Said by 3Hams. This is my observation, is that there are people in other parts of North America who have a lot more laps on their grid than I think you can possibly get if you only cache in the Northwest.
FYI, Fizzy Magic is still caching.
There you go. Good stuff. All right. So let's keep talking about goals here.
How about we'll keep it with the Fizzies?
Okay, sure.
Wet Coaster says his goal is to finish off the Fizzy grid when he gets back to Ontario. Which one? I mean, are you going to do it up to 50 times?
Apparently it's not hard there. So
yeah.
There you go. All right.
3Hams has been known to exaggerate, says Brian.
It's a bit of an inside joke there, but yeah.
It's creative rating of caching in Ontario.
I'm not saying that that's the reason. Maybe they're all very legitimately rated. They just have made more of an intentional effort to have them available.
Landshark says, we have not filled a Fizzy grid yet, and I'm not sure we can accomplish it in 2020. So likely not an achievable goal this year.
Yeah, I have not filled the Fizzy grid, nor have I filled out any of the other grids on my Project GC profile. And one of my goals is to always leave an empty hole in each of those grids just to drive the stats nerds crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you're so close. You only have 1 or 2 to go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So if you haven't filled your Fizzy grid, according to the Landsharks, you're unfizzy.
Yeah.
Or flat, as we prefer to say.
Yes.
Whoops.
Still.
More fizzy lifting drinks.
All right. So, do you want to? Okay.
Climax. I will finish our Fizzy grid when I do.
There you go. Perfect, Limax. All right.
GSM times 2 says we're 3 away from the Fizzy grid, and it's a goal of mine.
Oh, there you go.
Hashtag goal.
3 away sounds pretty doable. That sounds pretty doable. All right. Chris, do you want to pick up from the show?
I'm sorry. And just Ham says, and this is from the host who asked, what's a Mingo?
Yeah.
Okay. Team Noltex says Mrs. Team Noltex wants to finish her filling in her puzzle calendar.
No, that's a good goal.
Oh.
And I happen to know from the event cache they had, one of her goals is also to get, I think it's 10 locationless caches.
Oh my goodness. But aren't they all archived?
Well, there's one this year and she has 9, I believe.
Oh,
and so it drives her crazy not to have double digits in all the categories. So she can finally make double digits in that category this year.
I was going to say, you can only log it once, no matter how many times you see Mr.
She only needs 1.
That's perfect. There you go then.
I checked. I have 3. So I won't get to double digits this year.
Oddly enough, I think I also have 9. So, but I'd have to go look.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I have 8. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Locationless 3.
3. Okay. Good for you.
All right. I'm going to jump us back to feedback that we got on social media earlier today.
I have 8, so I can't get to it. Go ahead.
3Hams in her rows had shared that his goals for this year are to find caches and have good camaraderie on hikes and road trips.
Oh, but he exaggerates, I've heard.
Yeah. So camaraderie.
Okay.
Good might be an exaggeration. He's also said that he's looking at Fizzy 7 times. That would be nice. And he'd like to fill his calendar for the 2nd time. Wow.
Mm.
So he's after
Yeah.
lots of laps on stats.
Now, filling your calendar a second time, is that getting at least 2 everywhere?
Yes.
Or just doing it again? I mean, it would result in 2, but I mean,
well, you could do a 365, 66 this year.
60 challenge this year.
You could, and
Yeah,
that would
this year you could
definitely
do
do it. But yeah, it basically means that for every date in your calendar, that there's a 2, there's no 1s. And in fact, I understand there's a challenge cache over on Vancouver Island called "Leave No Ones Behind," where that is exactly the goal. The goal is to have the smallest number at anywhere. Nice, thank you. The smallest number.
Oh,
Go Al, go Al, go Al. Oh, who's Al?
he's going. He's out of here.
There you go. Anyways,
3 Hams needs just 17 dates to finish calendar 2X.
Mm.
So go buy him some dried fruit
okay,
Craft dinner.
all right.
and a machete.
Moving right along. What else do we have? We've got Dora Moore shared that a goal for her. She said she's accomplished more than she'd hoped in 2019 and doesn't have anything really special in mind except maybe Fizzy times 3
Mm.
2020.
That's pretty
Ooh.
special.
That is pretty special.
Limax says his goal is to find caches. That's all. Oh, and to earn a new glow badge, which I got to say, I think he's the only one this year that has earned a 2020 glow badge.
The pressure's on everybody.
There
Yeah.
you go.
See, started off the year with a call.
Yeah.
If you had called in to 253-693 TFTC, perhaps you would have the shiny blue new glow
Mhm.
badge.
Limax set the bar pretty high right off the start this year.
There you go.
Good
It's
job.
that
There
one
it
right
is. It looks like that.
Looks just like that.
How about that?
How about
I'm gone. I took it away at the wrong time. My apologies. There it is.
Zingo. And if you're listening later, some other time, it looks blue.
It's yes.
So blue.
It sounds blue.
Yes.
All right. We also heard from Highlands guy who said, "Goal! I'm hoping to attend my first Giga this year. Goal! Good job, Chris.
First Giga. How cool.
Yeah.
He's hoping. So that'll be good. What else you got?
Well, we got Genies who says, goal! I hope to see the host in the Northwest from North Dakota.
Okay,
Hope to
hold on.
see host at events.
The
Good.
Northwest
Thought
of
he
North Dakota?
I thought he was just going to stalk us.
Is,
Genies,
or is he hosting an event in the Northwest of North Dakota and we're invited?
he's from North Dakota, I believe.
Right. So
And
he's
his
hosting an
goal
event.
is to see host at events in the Northwest. And he's from North Dakota.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
I'm reading it.
Okay.
I was taking it as an invite because I haven't been to North Dakota.
I have not cached in North Dakota. I've driven across it before I cached.
Now I have to go look at my maps. I think I have.
I have not.
Let's see. Where's my state maps? Where do they have them here? Do I have to click on map?
Hey,
I do.
speaking of
Map.
goal, put the goal thing up.
Well,
Put the
I
goal
can
thing up.
only do
There,
6 things at a
goal.
time.
Because BC Rockcaller said Canucks just got a goal, so it's 6-5 in the
There you
hockey
go.
game tonight. Goal.
Oh, I was reading that as 6 minus 5.
No,
Well,
I
it's
have
the same
not.
result. They're
in
still
North-
ahead by 1.
That's right.
I don't have a cash find in North Dakota.
Ah,
Okay.
So I think we should all go.
there you-
Okay.
It's just the other side of Montana, which is 8 hours away.
So Janice, let us know when the event is.
Go, Al.
Go
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Udak. All right. Keats94 says, go! Find more caches than I did last year. Maybe do an Albertan geo art and
Oh.
find more old caches to get that Jasmer filled. There's another challenge. And his other goal is to attend GeoWoodstock.
Hey.
There you go. That'll be a lot easier for people in the Northwest this year.
That's true.
Jeannie says you're invited to North Dakota. However, I'm in Northeast North Dakota. I'm sorry, we can't go there then.
Oh, that just screws everything up. We're so close. We're so close.
I looked on the map. It's like an inch and a half apart from Northeast to Northwest North Dakota.
Well, that's not bad.
Oh, well,
I
then
can do
we
an
can
inch
do
and a
that.
half.
Okay.
My goodness. I thought it was a much bigger state than that.
Not
No.
on my map.
What
Um,
else you got?
yeah. Well, let's talk about the Seebeck tribe.
Let's do that.
You know the little town of Seebeck? It's a good little town, cute little town. We should all go there. Lori from the Seebeck tribe has a goal. Come on, you're not helping me.
Goal.
Walk through the tunnel to get the Iron Horse cache and complete a challenge. Plus, it'll show off my accomplishment of the weight loss journey.
Well, congrats. on that.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah. Good job.
And she has another goal. I'm going to wear out my mouse tonight. Try to finish my calendar around 1. While I'm still waiting to get those missing dates, I've decided to go ahead and fill in for round 2.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Get the first lap of filling your calendar in.
Right.
Okay.
And
was
start working
confused
on
by the
that.
number 1. Okay. Awesome. Monkey Cakes. Monkey Cakes has a goal.
Oh, yes, goal. I like that goal.
I
She's
am
hoping to
hoping
host several events.
this year. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just excited because she's already working on ideas that may include cupcakes. And if you've ever had Monkey Cakes cupcakes, they're pretty awesome.
That's my goal, is to get more Monkey Cakes cupcakes this
Yes. So host an event and invite Monkey Cakes.
year. GSM times 2. He's got a goal. His top goal every year is to continue to have fun geocaching. That's been working for over a decade. And a giga in Canada is his other goal. Well,
Nice.
there currently are no gigas in Canada, but who knows what might happen by the end of the year.
It's conceivable.
GeoNetPros. GeoNetPros has a goal. It's a very good goal. It's to log all his finds.
There you go.
That's always
Nice.
important.
Let's see. Team Noltex has a
Goal.
You know, I wonder how this is going to play off in audio. Road trip to Arizona to get the last 5 caches for Jasmer, number 4.
Ooh, wow, that's impressive. 4 Jasmers.
Yeah, he's never been to Ontario.
Where you could just do it the weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
No. That's Fizzies, not Jasmers. Pay attention.
Well, but Ontario, they can do it too.
Yeah.
Just ask Three Hands. He'll tell you.
Uh-oh.
You're going to get him in trouble.
He doesn't
Too
need
late.
any help from me.
Late.
Let's see. What coaster is finishing his Fizzy grid when he gets back to Ontario? See? No, it's Fizzy. That's a goal for Wet Coaster.
We're losing the enthusiasm on goal.
Yeah, well, we're old.
We can pick it back up. We can do this.
We can.
What else you got? Got some
Uh,
Dora. No one's going to read it.
Dormore, I love this one. My long-term goal is still to cache on the Trans-Canada Trail in every province. I still have 3 to go. She says she has them all but the prairies.
That's a pretty cool goal. I like that one.
I
Interesting.
like that one too. I would love to
We have
tag
another.
along if I could.
Sorry, Chris. What's that?
I don't know. I got that strange thing again.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Where?
we didn't notice.
You two got lost, and then came back.
No, we were here. Goal.
Kathy has a goal to get 6,000 caches. Complete a couple of challenge caches I've been working on for a while. Maintain my geocaches and host a community celebration event.
Ah,
Um,
all very good.
somebody asked, Highlands guy asked, Did anyone here receive an email from GCHQ advising them that they were awarded a community celebration event?
If you did, that's like scoring a
Goal!
Sorry, I wasn't ready for that one.
Well, come on. I handed that to you on a silver platter.
I know, but that doesn't mean I was ready.
It looks like there were a few. There were a few people. Let me jump right into some feedback I had from BC Rockcrawler today that goes directly to Highland Guy's comment there. So BC Rockcrawler messaged me and said that he received a community celebration event, and he was thanking us because he heard about the ability that you could apply to request one on our podcast, and had said if it hadn't been for the podcast, he might not have known that he could do that, and he got one. So he was thanking us for that, which I thought was really cool. So
That's very cool.
congratulations, BC Rock Crawler.
So now we have to go to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
let's do it.
it'll probably be on Vancouver Island, so it's a good place to go.
I like Vancouver Island.
I like Vancouver Island.
I know, right?
Who else
So
do we know there?
we know a few people there, and we've got quite a few listeners there. And so, hey, if you're listening from Vancouver Island tonight,
Yeah.
rock on.
I hear you can get guided tours of geocaches over there.
In Victoria, you can if
Yeah.
you know the right people. Hey, BC Rockcrawler asked a really interesting question, and that made me go and do some math. Now, I know not all the hosts' math is the strong suit, so I'll take it easy here.
Thank you.
Ease our way into it.
I need all the help I can get.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So he asked the question, considering that there's only 2,020 of these events being given out each month for a total of 20,200 events, he said, what would be the odds of actually winning to get one of those, to be awarded one of those community celebration events? So I thought that's a really good question. So I ran the numbers a few times. I said, okay, HQ asserts that there are 3 million active players in the world, and there's only 20,200 events. So if every active player requested one of the events, you would have a 0.7% chance of getting one. But I figured those numbers probably aren't 100% active players
Fair enough.
and people. So I said, what if just half of those people asked? You know, your chances jump up to 1.3% chance of getting one, which still aren't really good odds. So then I said, okay, hold on. Let's assume only 10% of the active geocaching players, 10% of that 3 million. So that's what, 30,000? What would that number be? Anyways.
Oh, wait, hold on. We need Limax. But go ahead. Okay. Yeah, 30,000.
Only 10% of the active geocachers in the world requested one of those events. Your odds are still only 6.7% that you would actually get one of those. So to everybody who did get one, congratulations. You are in the elite 6.7%.
And you're winners in our book.
You're all winners in our book, but
You're probably, part of the 1%.
yeah. Oh, and Chris corrected me. It's 30 or 300,000, not 30,000.
Hmm.
But I know my math was still right.
Yes. And Limax says I don't do odds. Statistics are hard.
They are. And those are just pure simple math stats, not really getting into the stats.
Yes. I sent my sister a link to a statistics thing. My sister has a master's in math and teaches math. And I sent her a link to a thing that had to do with statistics. And she said, statistics isn't math. It uses math.
Interesting.
So, there you go.
Math.
And so Brian Lang said the odds depend on the number of entries received. Absolutely, which is why I was playing with the numbers a bit to try and guess what it would be. Udak asked if it's 3 million caches or cachers, and it's the claim from HQ is that there are 3 million active geocachers around the world. I don't know. I guess it depends how you determine or how you define the word active.
Yeah.
Monkey math, can you trust it? Absolutely not. But I do it fast. It's just not right.
Yeah. Monkey math. It's glacial and it's erratic.
There you go.
It's slow and unreliable is what you're saying.
No,
It's glacial and it's erratic. Never mind.
cold and unreliable.
I see that several people in the chat Say Greenwoods was awarded one of the events.
Very cool.
Now I got to go back up and try to find. Rory was awarded one.
Yep. BC Rock Crawler. Yep.
I believe the Land Sharks had one. Did we see that right?
I don't know. I didn't see. Maybe.
Maybe it was Brylang. You got one.
Brylan got one. Yep,
Brylan got one. Yeah.
So, wow. I mean, that's just people in our chat right here.
Yeah.
Just tonight. So you look at the percentage there, Land Monkey. What does that mean?
No, oh, and UDAC got one. What that means is that our listeners are winners.
Yes.
And you know what that is? That is our goal!
You caught us unawares on that one. Good job.
Highlands guy got one.
Congrats.
So, wow. I
That's
mean,
quite a few. UDAC got one.
hashtag winning.
I know.
I think we're going to be attending a lot of events.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Can you put them within 20 miles of Tacoma? I didn't know I had a radius of where I would be willing to drive for events, but apparently it's about 20 miles.
For events, caches, whatever. Please, can everybody put everything within 20 miles of Chris of the Northwest?
Well, Wits End and I were looking at, okay, we should go to an event on the 1st. And okay, where? Well, there's really nothing nearby. I don't want to drive that far. We'll just go find a cache.
Well, the first wasn't the problem. I had to work on the first. Yeah.
Nah.
But it was a grand holiday. Traffic was light, the office was empty, and the overtime pay was nice. So
perfect.
Can't beat any of that. Hey, we have more gold. This one's from Helen of Land Sharks. To find caches in Nunavut and Northwest Territories so we can fill in our map of Canada. Find caches in 5 or more Caribbean countries while traveling and experience a couple more geo tours. Oh, we're also going to host GeoWoodstock in August.
Oh, and that.
Yeah, and that goal. Actually, out of all those things, I think getting caches in 2 of our most remote territories in Canada, Nunavut and the Northwest Territories, that is definitely an accomplishment to get that done. So that's pretty cool. And that's on my bucket list eventually. I don't know that that'll be a 2020 accomplishment, but definitely those two territories are on my list as well. Very cool. Very cool. Well, my goodness, that was a very active chat tonight. Lots of goals. Wow. Thanks for leaving me hanging there. Right.
Go
team. Yeah.
Go Al.
Paul used to own a cache in the Northwest Territories.
Wow.
Or Newt, as I'd like to pronounce it, if I could buy a vowel.
Newt.
I got better.
GSM times 2 says about 25% of the listeners got a celebration event in the first round. Maybe they didn't do it as random as they said it would be.
Or maybe HQ just favors caching in the Northwest listeners.
Well, obviously they're in the Northwest. We're in the Northwest. It's the Northwest thing.
That sounds legit. I'm going to go with that.
It does not.
More stats anyways. I like it.
Love stats.
Seebeck Tribe says the hope is to get one.
Haven't yet. Get one with fingers crossed.
There you go. Wants to represent the Kitsap Peninsula.
Yes, in Seebeck. There's a little park in Seebeck.
Yeah.
The Seebeck Tribe knows this well now. I've told her that only residents from there's a house there that only residents from Seebeck can rent at no charge. Otherwise, it's not. If you don't live in Seebeck, you can't even apply to use the house. My nephew, maybe nephew-in-law, I don't know, a relation somehow to me, had a engagement party there. Yeah. You know,
don't sound very clear or convinced of any of your facts tonight.
No. Somebody I know
making this up.
had some event there, and it was quite a nice house.
This thing happened up there and sometime, and
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, what do you think, guys?
Keats found a cache in the Northwest Territories in minus 30.
Ooh,
Hard to find the log.
yeah.
that's minus 30 Celsius. Yeah, that's pretty cold.
That's why you carry a pencil and just don't break the paper.
Yeah, getting it out of the
Frozen solid.
Indeed. Indeed.
The GeoNav Pro says Northwest month of geo parties.
Also indeed. Yes, it will be.
Ooh, it's a good idea for a community event at the Seebeck State Park.
Oh, there you
It
go.
would be. I'm just throwing that out there. Just in case you needed to know, you could get that at no cost to you since you live in Seebeck.
There you go. No pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure. It's a free event.
Now,
Location.
is it within 20 miles of Chris of the Northwest?
Probably not.
I'll drive him there
I'll drive anyway.
What a guy.
because I'm not sure he knows how to get there anymore. He's having trouble remembering facts tonight.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Hey, there's one more from IHAM. Bring that one up.
My goal is to get healthy enough to find the cache that shall not be named on the podcast.
Excellent.
Oh, Freiling said it. Good night, everyone.
That's a good goal and that's a good cache. So
Yes. And he's IHAM's happy to be in 2020, I think.
yeah.
2019 is behind.
There you go. Absolutely. And we hope that you're getting healthier every day, IHAM, and may you achieve that goal.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
And we can help. Apparently Seebeck Tribe listens. It wasn't the first time I've made that suggestion.
It's like you're getting at something.
Limax has the same goal. You two could go together,
There you go.
or we could do an event.
Well, you guys go ahead and do whatever events you want. I've got enough events on my plate for this year. I'm good.
Okay. Star Casher says, joined late. Yes, I got one of the celebration events earlier today. Also have a favorited. They have also favorited Northwest Ohio. It's just a Northwest thing. It doesn't matter where
It's
it is.
just our listeners, Star Casher. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Oh, you know what? You guys wore me out with this goal.
Goal!
I need to have that voice activated somehow. So,
All right. Well, good podcast.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. I did enjoy hearing all of your
Goals! That's the best episode this year.
I feel like I haven't done an episode all year, and maybe that's why I'm a little off.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's actually quite tiring to switch screens and read and show notes, and I'm moving all around here. I just looked, and my odometer on my mouse kicked up 3 miles. So, hey folks, thank you for tuning in. We hoped you appreciated this episode of Caching in the Northwest, and even if we didn't mention your goal, you know what? You can always send it in. Go ahead and send an email with the subject line. Hang on. I wasn't lined up. Subject line, goal!
A misfire on that one.
And
Psych.
we will list that in the next episode. Now, January 9th, that's just a week away.
Yes, it is.
That puts us well into the new year.
Mhm.
Now, okay, I have a question for my hosts and maybe those listening. Okay, so season's greetings. We say Merry Christmas up until Christmas Day, and then you're not to say Merry Christmas anymore. At what point do you stop saying Happy New Year?
When does it stop being a new year?
January.
I don't
1st.
know.
So by January 2nd, you can't say it anymore.
No, January
not.
2nd. I mean, you could still see somebody say Happy New Year.
I was going to say, so the caveat would be you can say it the first time you see someone through the month of January. So you have the entire month of January. The first time you see someone, you can say it, and then you've used it up for that person. Then you can start again with the next person you see, But after the month of January, even if you haven't seen somebody for the entire month of January and the first time you see them is February 1st, like 1 minute after midnight, February 1st, you cannot say Happy New Year to that person. It's done. So there you go. You want rules? I'll give you rules.
So monkey rules say each individual only gets one Happy New Year.
That's
if
right.
you haven't received it by midnight, January 31st, you're hosed.
No, hold on. Each individual only gets one from each other person.
Right.
It's not that you can only get one from either Jim or I. You can get one from Jim and I as long as we gave it to you in a timely manner.
Okay, so I can only give a Happy New Year's out to one time to an individual.
That is correct.
Okay.
And then it
Happy
expired.
New Year's.
Thank you. And
I didn't say it was for you.
I took it.
Oh. Wits End, Happy New Year.
And to you, sir.
Listeners, Happy New Year. Monkey rules. Can you trust them?
Absolutely.
Sounds like there's a new bad cop in town.
You can trust monkey rules. You should always trust monkey rules.
A pro tip from Bryling, don't write dates on official documents.
Yes.
It's just
I did hear
20.
that.
People can add 2 other digits after it to change the date.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good advice. That's sneaky. All right.
Yeah. So, okay. So
January 9th.
where you can still say Happy New Year to those you have not yet greeted in the new year. We are going to have a special surprise episode. We can't tell you anything more because, well, it's both special and a surprise. And if we told you more, it would no longer be special or a surprise. It would just be an episode.
You know what? I can tell a little bit more. I'm gonna throw out a little bit more teaser. We're gonna have some special guests, and one of them is gonna be a guest who's never been on our podcast. Ooh. So that rules out some people.
It does. Are all the guests alive?
All the guests are alive.
Okay.
None of them have been in my kitchen.
Thank you, Alex. Cliff.
That's right.
Good job, Cliff.
All right. Moving right along.
Oh, Limax is pretty sure he knows what the surprise is.
Ah.
Mr. Clave is doing quite well there. Surprise, surprise.
Only trust the monkey rules as long as the monkey chow lasts.
And monkey chow.
Monkey chow? For what?
Well, for the monkeys, of course.
In case you wanted to know.
Well, let's look out towards the end of January. We're going to have Nick Hubbard come back on the show. He has been on the podcast before, so he's not part of the surprise episode.
Who is
Figured
Nick
that
Hubbard?
logic out in my head. He's going to talk about Cashly 6.0. He's the author, creator, and lots of
One
other
man
titles.
show.
It's all about
Cashly Meister.
Yes. Still doesn't work on my Android. Maybe it will someday.
Ask him about it. He loves to hear about that.
I'm sure he does.
His favorite topic.
I have a Palm OS Windows CE PDA from 2004. Will it run on that?
Yes.
Okay. And then to wrap up the end of the month of January, David Webb is going to be here from Explore Magazine.
Ooh.
Another new guest.
Who has never been on the show. Surprise.
But that isn't our surprise guest.
Oh.
Very cool. Hey, well, as we wrap things up, I also you hear me saying as we wrap things up, and if you're new to the podcast, don't hang up yet, because once we go through all these credits, we're going to do the after show as well. So there's still more fun to be had. But before we get to that, I want to take a moment to thank Landsharks. Our corporate Denali level sponsor, landsharks.ca, is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online, or hey, go there in person on Vancouver Island after you've had your personal tour of all the caches in Victoria. And visit their store in Victoria, British Columbia. They're open 6 days a week, except holidays, and they ship online orders daily.
I wonder if there's still a security guard at the Parliament building that'll tell you where the caches are.
It could be.
There was when I went.
You were lucky. All right. So we also want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters. That's, of course, Landsharks, JP's Geo Designs, Limax, Team Squirrel, and worldcaching.com. If you want to know more about supporting the show, Click the Patreon link on the cashingnw.com a website. And then you will have the displeasure of having your name brutalized by one of the three hosts as such.
And we start with MNerv,
GeoNav Pros,
Antaeus,
Subway Mark,
the Geo Travelers,
Segehov. Whoop,
Genius.
hold on.
What?
Oh,
Just
okay.
keep going. You're doing it right.
I just realized I'm
Just
not in here. Okay.
Don't pay attention and read.
yes, pay no attention to that.
Genies, who's in the chat this evening. Hello.
Yes, NB Pendragon,
And Boomer 365,
CRS 98,
Keats 94,
D Trombone 15,
Wet Coaster, and Greenwords, who happened to win a community celebration event.
well done, Dune Buddy,
Camp Clan,
Dora Moore,
Alarobrick,
Sprouter,
GSM times 2,
Broncos Fan for Life,
Kid Vegas 19,
Team Noltex,
Kitty Quest,
Ackerdoc,
MC3 Cats,
Trexer Zero,
Seebeck Tribe,
Kev McD,
Billy Robson,
Kennel Barb,
Wino Seattle,
T. Sayer.
and finally Highlands Guy.
All right. Well, thanks to all of those patrons, supporters, and all of you in the chat. We appreciate everybody. Until next week, and of course, the after show's coming too. Land Monkey, where could people get in touch with you?
Well, hey, check us out, landmonkey.ca. There's a new blog post up with some special information in there. So go check that out, LANMONKEY.ca. Of course, always follow us Twitter and Instagram at LandMonkeyGC, as well as Facebook. And new season of videos coming out soon. Just getting everything ready for season 4. And that is YouTube, LANMONKEY on YouTube. Wits End, my friend. Where do people find you?
Right here, Thursday nights.
Go! Sorry.
I'm not sure what the
Geocaching
goal
Message
was.
Center and social media platforms. What was the goal for?
You.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, Wits End.
Wow. And you, Mr. Northwest.
Oh, you can look for me on Twitter or Facebook at Caching NW. And Instagram, you have to spell out the whole thing, Caching in the Northwest. Better yet, go to cashingnw.com. That's all you have to spell. If you want to put in host, you can do that. You can click it when you get there. You can read our bios and find all those links that we just mentioned. And of course, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest, even if it was a little hard on your ears because we're yelling. Don't forget that you could be part of the show. You can call 253-693-TFTC, leave us a comment, ask us a question, or you can yell goal into our ears any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us at feedback@cashingnw.com. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, click the Patreon link on the cashingnw.com website and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and so many more. Give us a thumbs up to review. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2020 by Chris Umfenauer. Now, folks, we said this was the end of the show. Well, it's the end of the official show. Now we start
The after show.
So if you're new, perhaps you're listening, you think, new year, I need to pick up a new podcast. What podcast? Oh, I like this one. We're done with the official show. If you have to leave, we understand. But now is a time that we just sit around and chat.
Now we're unofficial.
We're unofficial. This is the unofficial Caching in the Northwest podcast. You don't know where Caching in the Northwest is? Grab a globe, spin it, look in the upper left corner. That's where we'll be.
Yeah, the Northwest of wherever you are.
Yeah. Grab a globe, spin it. We're in the Northwest corner. The upper
Very
left.
good.
I have a spin it in the living room.
Oh, okay.
A salad spin it?
No, 88 key spin it.
Wow.
You're not 108 key Louis, huh?
No.
We had some Fatas, hashtag Fatas from IHAM, who asked the question, who got all 3 year-end souvenirs? So first of all,
It was a busy year end, wasn't it?
yeah. So what would those be? That would be the 3-2-1 go,
Yeah.
the farewell to 2019,
Goodbye.
and
Hello.
hello to 2020.
But that's not a year end. Well, it's the beginning end.
The beginning of the
Beginning
end.
of the
Yeah.
end.
Yes.
And the other one's the end of the beginning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
We have Happy New Year wishes from so many people, and we already said that. Limax is lost. Where are we?
In the after show. The after show.
That thing.
That
That's
thing,
where we
yeah.
are.
Dora Moore got them all. Not bad considering I worked both New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
I worked them both as well. My work schedule prevented me from attending events, but I did get out and find a cache on those days.
Well, good job, both of you guys.
3Ham says very easy. Only 8 caches or less needed.
I suppose, yeah, if you count events. But it would technically be a minimum of 8, wouldn't it? Because you need. Oh no,
You needed
could be less.
6.
It could be less. It could be 7. 7, I think, would be the smallest number of finds, including events or caches, because you needed the 3-2-1 ended on the 31st. and
Yeah,
you
so
needed
you're
6. You had to have 6 to complete 3-2-1, and
Yeah,
then the
6
January 1st.
outings. Yeah.
So 7, I think, would be the smallest possible number. And still get.
Star Casher says, I will as soon as I finish logging the last one.
I'm sure he's not alone.
Monkey Cakes and IHAM. And Monkey Cakes got hers all by herself, apparently.
Excellent. Excellent.
Cache Canada
that's
says, we got them. Easy in our area. We have lots of caches everywhere.
sounds like Ontario.
It is Ontario. Yeah. And it's nice that they're watching the show. It's
Yeah.
pretty
You know, he did it with just filling his fizzy grid.
for the 67th time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good job. What else you got?
I was looking. Limax. Limax says, I got 7.
Okay.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, your 6 outing could be New York Eve.
Mhm.
New York Eve.
Isn't that what NY Eve means?
It's Nieve.
Oh, Nieve.
It's Spanish or
On
Latin.
Christmas Day. Minimum would be 6 as the 3-2-1 ended on the 1st.
No, I'm pretty sure 3-2-1 ended on the 31st. But maybe I'm wrong. All right. What else we got?
If you were in the 3-2-1 souvenir, did you enter the Geo Challenge? Says UDAC.
What's a Geo Challenge?
I don't know.
Beats me.
Cache Canada apparently has 1K subscribers.
Well,
Excellent.
Congratulations.
That would be 1,000.
It is 1,000 subscribers on their YouTube
Yes.
channel. Congratulations, you guys. That's quite the achievement.
We can say it this way. Ontario!
Congrats on your goal. All right. What else you got?
It ended on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
okay.
I swore it ended on the 31st. I was
You
pushing
shouldn't
for the
swear.
31st.
Yes, we entered the Geo Challenge. Well, somebody's going to have to tell us what the Geo Challenge is.
No, everybody just keep talking about it. And that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you for the Geo Challenge. We appreciate a good Geo Challenge.
That's right.
It's a lot easier to accomplish if we know what it is, but we appreciate a good Geo Challenge.
Well, you know what? We can just say we accomplished it because
That's right.
it's arbitrary. We can make it whatever we want.
Ah,
It's the monthly challenge with the Geo Vlogger and Cache Advance.
No. All right.
You know, by the way, the Geocaching Vlogger and Cache Advance teamed up for a monthly Geo Challenge.
Okay.
And Cache Advance and the Geocaching Vlogger Challenge of the month.
Fair
Or,
enough.
or the monthly challenge.
Ask a question and you will get 6 answers.
Guys, I appreciate you.
However, they were all the same answer. So
well done.
at that point, we know that it's correct because
It's kind of like monkey math. If it works out,
it's been verified by 6 independent sources.
You have to submit a video or a photo to win a coin.
What's a pajoto?
A pajoto?
That sounds like Mexican food.
Yeah, it's one of the first tribes potato dishes.
Okay. Submit a video or photo. There you go.
Everyone knows but you. GSM times 2 with the Geo challenges.
I'm busy. I got a few things on the go. There you
See,
go.
the Highland guy didn't know.
He didn't know about it. Yeah.
So Genies wants to know what was the podcast? What was the episode of the podcast with the archive party?
Oh,
Genies, I started looking into that. I typed archive into our shared drive here, and it didn't come up because it wasn't on the show notes in any way.
no. It was an after show thing, so
It was. So it was unofficial.
Yeah.
boy, that sounds like quite the challenge. Like the Geo challenge is figure out which.
Thou shalt not talk about the archive party.
Is to try to figure out which episode that was, and that was.
And I used to be called a bad cop.
That's right.
That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was back there a ways.
Boy,
But
I
memorable.
have to think on how to find it.
Uh,
You know what the best way is? Let's just go listen to all the episodes.
in my spare time.
Yeah.
The next time for a repeat party, then we know right where it is.
That's right.
Yeah. It's next week. That's when it is.
Oh, yeah. There you go. 3 Ham says just look for the cache we targeted and get the date. So
Even easier.
It was
That's
one
right.
of mine.
Land
Yes.
Monkey, it was one of yours.
You know what? I think I might even know which one it was. Hold on.
Bryling would know just by looking at his email.
Okay, so Cache Canada says the what?
talking.
And I just occurred to me that some people might not have experienced the archive party. So let's
so now people know something or people don't know something that we know. Now the turntables.
The first rule of the archive party. We'll
Yes.
talk about the archive party.
I'm thinking it's a new year and we just picked up all these new listeners that got their first GPSR for Christmas.
And,
So I'm
you
thinking more about them.
smartphone with a podcast listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
So for those of you that weren't around to join us on that episode, Land Monkey, I believe, and you guys correct me if I remember this incorrectly, but
I think you got it right.
Land Monkey had a cache that was I don't know if it was getting vandalized, stolen. Anyway,
Long in the tooth. Yeah.
yeah. And he's like, I've been thinking about just archiving that cache. And Bright Child over here said, oh, well, I've never posted a needs archived log on a cache. Let me go do that.
What did you refer to as that person?
So I logged in and said, oh, this cache needs to be archived, which I thought that was going to be the end of it until I came up with this bright idea on a live podcast. Then several other people also said, oh, that sounds like fun. I'll do that too. And I think we all said, hey, let's all do that. And as a certain reviewer said, was it that he got pinged for every single needs archive request?
Yeah.
And
So we thought, they're all going to go to Land Monkey. He's fine with it.
yeah.
I've never submitted a needs archived. Let's all just go submit a needs archived log for this. And we had no idea that the reviewers got emails about this.
Like immediate. Yeah.
Yeah. And we learned. So folks, your reviewers are more in touch than you know.
Yes.
Or perhaps we knew back then. Maybe you know now. And we don't know we can't remember who the reviewer was. It may have been Wizard of Ooze.
It was.
Was it Wizard of Ooze we annoyed?
Yep.
Yeah. And
I'm still
For
trying
the
to
re-
find. I
for
know
the
what
record,
series it was.
not all of us did it, says Dora Moore.
yes, there were a few goody two shoes that didn't participate in the party.
And the cache got locked. So no one can do anymore.
Yes, Land Monkey got an email and said this cache will be locked. You cannot go post any other logs on that.
Jerk. Yeah. Oh.
Cache
Yeah.
Canyon says, want to get the attention of your local reviewer? It needs archived note. Yes, You and 17 of your closest
Yeah.
friends.
I was going to say, if you really want their attention, have an archive party. I can't find.
Thou shalt not talk about the archive party.
I feel like he's trying to say something, but I'm not sure what it is.
I can't hear him.
Oh, I can't find
La
it.
la 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 la.
Which
thought it
case should we archive tonight?
I thought it was in this series, but it's not coming up.
Hey, we haven't had a neat archive party
Oh!
We haven't had an archive party all year, so
It's right. It's probably been a couple of years since the
Yeah.
archive party.
That's probably just about time, eh?
Mhm.
Was it this one? Was it Monkey Puzzle Tree, maybe? Didn't think it was.
you could
No.
look for the nasty note in your Gmail history.
Oh, Cash Canada says, sounds like fun. I wonder if any Ontario reviewers are listening.
Probably not. You're probably the only person in Ontario. No, I think there's at least one other person in Ontario listening, but
Yeah, so I described said party for historical purposes, and I will not be participating in any further future archive parties.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know, that's one of those things that will go down in the annals of cashing in the Northwest. But don't do it.
Yeah, we will not be repeating that.
I really had no idea that the reviewers got an immediate notification of that. So
I can't.
You know when they say someday you'll look back on this and laugh?
We all did.
Yeah,
oh,
we-
we laughed right away. The reviewer, yeah.
I'm still laughing.
So yeah, that's the archive party. We throw that out there as a joke every now and again. Maybe we should have an archive party.
New Year's
You know what?
resolution, no archive parties.
If I get a community celebration event, that's what I'm going to name it.
Archive party.
Oh,
wait.
man, that's
I'm
brilliant.
guaranteed not to get one now.
Yeah.
What an interesting idea.
Any more New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, it's tomorrow in Ontario.
There you go.
So Highlands guy can no longer say Happy New Year.
Okay.
No.
Right.
I said it was February 1st is the cutoff.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother day. You've got one less day now to say Happy New Year, Highlands guy.
He's already said it once, right?
Well, it depends who you said it to.
Okay.
It was a
Maybe it's
hashtag.
to anybody in Ontario.
What about hashtag Happy New Year? Who does that apply to?
Everybody on Twitter and Instagram.
We're gonna get in trouble. Cash Canada says we know the reviewers. They would find it funny. We think.
You think that now.
Well, the beauty of it is if you host it, there's no blame to us. So you go for it. Have fun.
Let's say now. The host of Cashing in the Northwest do not hold hold no responsibility if you decide to do an archive party on your own.
10 times 9 times 8 times 7 plus 6. What?
Too
Oh, Frosty the Snowman said happy birthday every time the magic hat was put on him. So didn't he say Happy New Year or Happy Birthday? It was Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Three hams in a row's found it. He found the cache.
Clayton Meadows loop number 1, April 14th, 2016.
2016.
2016.
Wow.
So what episode of the podcast was that then?
Hold please.
Now we'll find out which episode it was. You had to wait for a while, but I knew one of our
GC447 Delta 7.
How do I search by date in my drive? Documents. That's the last modified.
sometimes two says, here, pull that one up. GSM times 2 says Cash Canada, an archive party at 2 a.m. would be a good time. The thing is, I know at least one of your reviewers is going to be awake at 2 a.m. So. Oh, that is funny though. Good one. Touche.
Oh wait, I have an Excel spreadsheet that's going to.
I like how 3 hams found it. I just checked my needs archived logs. Because really, how many of those do you have in your account?
That's smart. That's a good
Hopefully
way
not very many.
I couldn't remember. I was going through my archived caches to figure out which one of it was, and I didn't get to the right one. Very good. Good job, 3 hams.
Give
All
that
right,
man
so-
some credit.
Okay, so April, what do you say, 14th?
April 14th.
That's
2015.
episode 142.
There you go. The end of episode 142 is the
Okay.
archive party.
It was almost gross.
Mm-hmm. 2 out. All right.
Let's see.
What's up? There's a big dramatic
National
pause.
parks caching. We were talking about
That was the topic.
Oh, that was the topic of that.
national
Okay.
parks.
Okay. I was thinking, where are you going now?
He's just starting another episode.
Why not? Well, it's an hour and 15 into this episode. Maybe we should put a bow on this one.
Talked about some free admission days.
Yeah. Okay.
The after show. I'll be archiving a cache live on the after show and make a threat or promise for future shows regarding what will happen.
Is that what it says in the
If
show
other
notes?
caches get placed there. That's what you had in the show notes.
Brilliant. Oh, I love it. GSM Times 2 says only 6 needs archive logs. That doesn't seem too bad. Doesn't seem too bad unless you're the reviewer who gets
Unless
all
you're-
6
yeah, you're-
emails at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Braylang?
Enough.
Keep adding more exclamation points as if that means anything to us. The cache shall not be named. Hey, folks, thank you so much. And until next week, don't throw an archive party and get out and get caching in the Northwest.